Hey, what's good guys? It's Hotbox here, and welcome to the channel. On this channel, I'm really going to be talking about video games because I be having some high thoughts, and I just want to put them out there. So I might be rambling sometimes. I'm sorry guys. I'm new to this whole YouTube shit, so I don't mind figuring it out as I go. Maybe something comes of it, maybe it don't. So for my first video here, I want to talk about the Switch 2. And I got this shit when it was released. And I'm not gonna hold you, I kind of like it. So my history is that I've liked Nintendo for a long time. I've been a fan of their work, but I kind of left off around when Wii came out. When the Wii U came out, I was just not interested in Nintendo anymore. I can't explain to you why. Maybe it's because I didn't like the games they were putting out, or maybe I thought the Wii U was kind of dumb. But yeah, I fell out of loving Nintendo back then. So I thought it would be interesting if I gave my perspective on the Switch 2 as some guy who's coming back to Nintendo after, 2 generations? And I'm gonna just spoil it a bit right now. I do like the console. There's some things wrong with it, but I like it a lot. It's funny because for the longest time, I've never really cared about Nintendo. Again, I used to love their old shit. I had all their shit on Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, and the GameCube. Oh, and I had a lot of shit for Wii. But when the Wii U came out, again, I stopped paying attention. So, and then the Switch came out, which at the time I thought was kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie. The only reason I really wanted one is for Zelda, because I'm a massive Zelda fan. But other than that, I thought I could do without it, especially because everyone I knew had one. My roommate had one, my best friend had one, my sister had one, my brother had one, so everyone I knew had one, so I was able to easily get access to the games. And a lot of times I would play through some of these games. But Zelda was the one that I really wanted a Switch for. I was about to drop the money for Breath of the Wild, but I kind of held off on it. And then rumors of a Switch 2 started, not Switch 2, sorry, a Switch Pro started coming around. And I was very interested, especially because it's been a couple of years now, and Nintendo has beefed up the library. There was a couple of shit I wanted to play, especially because I like RPGs. So the whole Xenoblade stuff, I wanted to play all the Zelda stuff. I wanted to play Mario, because I did like Mario. And I especially wanted to play the Fire Emblem stuff. I thought I could live without it because I was on PlayStation and console. I was good. I didn't need too much more than that. So when the Pro came around, I told myself I was going to get it, especially because Tears of the Kingdom looked fire to me. But it never happened, and then they announced the Switch 2. So I thought to myself, okay, this is the chance to start playing Nintendo games again. Because it's been a minute. And yeah, ever since then, I think I like it more than most people actually would. It's because if you're coming back from Switch 1, this might not be the best deal here. Let me just say that the console itself feels pretty well made, I'm not gonna hold you. It's a lot thinner than I thought it'd be, and from what I know, it's bigger than the first Switch, which I'm glad about because I got big hands. And the magnets on the controller sides are really nice. So they click in instead of that whole rail thing that you had going on. I like these. They click, they're very usable. And honestly, real talk, I'm just glad that it's a bit bigger because the old Switch used to cramp my hands and that shit was not fun, especially when I was playing a long game. On the system itself, I like the tablet. It has pretty big bezels, but I don't mind that. And the kickstand is actually pretty good. I thought it was going to be kind of flimsy, but it works pretty well. It looks fragile, but it's actually pretty sturdy. It's dope. The dock is wide and a lot lighter than I thought it'd be. The Switch kind of wiggles in it, but there is some space. I don't think that's too much of an issue. And it has a fan that I looked up and online said it was to cool down the ambient air, which I don't know if that does anything. I really like the build quality on it though. It feels nice and premium, and it just feels way better and more expensive than the first one. There's some weight to it. The display has some pretty big bezels, like I said before, on the tablet part, but it ain't too bad. I think the best thing is that it doesn't feel like we're starting a generation behind with the Switch 2. It feels like it's an actual progression. It feels next gen. which is pretty cool for Nintendo because Nintendo hasn't felt next gen in like 2 generations. You feel me? So I'm pretty glad with it. And apparently this thing is as strong, or at least has PS4 Pro level performance, especially with the new AI technologies in it and the Nvidia chip in it, which is actually pretty solid. Like the power of the PlayStation 4 Pro in the palm of your hand. It's cool. As for the games though, I'm happy because I haven't played most of these games. And as far as I can tell, most of these games for the Switch 2 are Switch 1 games but enhanced in some way. So me personally, I'm having a blast because I didn't have the Switch 1. But I feel like if you had the Switch 1, this is not a reason to upgrade. It doesn't feel worth it if you're just going to be playing the Switch 1 games. Like for Switch 2, I think the only game I think is new is Mario Kart World. And it's cool. Like it's really cool. I like it better than older Mario Karts, but I don't think it's that much better than the Switch version, the Mario Kart Deluxe. It's just cool in my opinion. I do enjoy it, especially playing it online. That's very fun. Now that the Switch 2 has online features, by the way, like I'm happy about that. But it doesn't feel better than Mario Kart 8. It feels more Mario Kart, and I don't think that's a bad thing. But if you have the Switch 1, that's not going to push you over really. While I have both games, I've only tested out Breath of the Wild when it comes to Zelda, just so I'm not going to spoil myself for a test, real talk. But it looks great. I forget that this game is 8 years old. It looks great. And I don't know exactly how it looks side by side, but I've played halfway through this game before using a friend's Switch. I know for a fact it looks far better. Mario Odyssey and Pokemon Violet are the games that I've been playing. Odyssey plays like a charm. From what I remember when I played on my roommate's Switch, this looks better, and I'm not sure if I can put my nose on it. I think it's a resolution bump, but it looks far better. And as for Violet, I don't know anyone of my friends who had that game, but I've heard terrible stories. And I decided to get it, and it plays like a dream. Whatever was going on with the first Switch version of it is gone now. It's really solid. I'm having a blast with Pokemon Violet. When it comes to games though, one thing that really bothers me is how expensive they are on Switch 2. $80 games is crazy. The console is fairly priced, but I don't know about that one. Breath of the Wild is so expensive for an 8-year-old game. That's kind of wild. I don't know what Nintendo was thinking here, but this is not the move. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I do not like this shit at all. I'm in a blessed position where I can get the subscription, so most of those like upgrades were free for me. I mean, the Zelda ones anyway. The accessories though are all crazy. I looked up a chart online and they're all crazy expensive. I don't know about this, Nintendo. All of this goes back to like me feeling iffy about Nintendo from time to time. Because remember, this is not necessarily a review of the Switch 2. It's just a Nintendo fan that left and it's finally coming back with, the Switch 2. That's the console I'm coming back with. So 2 generations later. The thing is, to me, over the time, Nintendo has felt very corporate now. They feel like Disney, if you get what I mean. They go crazy over copyright, which this video kind of scaring the shit out of me. And on top of that, they're pushing this whole $80 thing. I don't know about that. They can get away with this because the fans are loyal as fuck, bro. They got fans on a nostalgia drug. That's part of the reason I'm even coming back to Switch in the first place, because it's been a minute since I've played Nintendo games for real. So they got me, like, not in the way I think they expected, but I came back just to play the Nintendo games. But like for Nintendo fans, and I know Nintendo fans, I have a couple of them in my family, this shit is a drug. Like, nostalgia is big, and I get it. I'm a Disney fan, believe it or not. I've watched everything Disney, and all of it is not good, but when they hit you in the feels, like you be coming back because you want to know like what happens or if they can get any better, or you just want to relive the past. So like, I get it. Nostalgia with Nintendo is crazy, and that's why they remind me so much of Disney. And me being a Disney fan, that's not a good That's not a good relationship. It's kind of abusive, if you ask me. So the point is, the Switch 2 is really cool. Like, especially if you're coming back as a fan who left because you just didn't like Nintendo's practices, or you fell out of love with Nintendo like I did. It's really cool. The console is very well made. It feels premium. It's very sleek. I love it. But if you had the Switch 1, I don't see how you can kind of justify this, or at least not yet. Like, Donkey Kong looks fire. And I know there's going to be other games on the Switch too. Like, it's a strong console now. But as for right now, I don't know. And then, the whole $80 shit. Like, they're really fucking over their customer base on this. They're banking hard on your nostalgia, just like Disney does. So it's you kind of have to go into it at your own risk. The whole thing kind of puts me off, but I just wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to get the console. Maybe I'm wrong for that, but I liked it. So I'm not gonna hold you. I'm having a blast. But that's how I feel right now. If you agree with me, disagree with me, please let me know. I'd love to have a conversation with y'all. And take it easy.